Hey there, Eric Russell, Mistwood Golf Club Performance Specialist, here today to talk to you about what's in my bag. First off, we'll start with the TaylorMade golf ball is what I choose to play. I go with the TP5 and TP5X are the two versions, and I play the TP5. So that one gives me a little bit more distance off the tee, a little bit less spin around the green for me, which helps out with my game. We'll start with the, as they say, the big dog. The driver is what I go with the TaylorMade M5. Now the settings that you see on here, this is probably one of the most versatile driver heads out there with the amount of adjustability that we can do. It's labeled as a reverse T-track, so we can move these weights back and move them also to the side in a fade or draw bias. So as you see here, I have it set into a high ball speed and a low ball flight setting. Because I tend to, with my swing, I tend to hit up on the ball, so I need as much of an advantage of lowering my ball flight down by having the weights down towards the front of the face. My next club in the bag I have is the M5 5 wood. So I have a 19-degree 5 wood. Again, the same thing again with this wood is the adjustability. So we have a 65-gram weight right here that we can move into a draw bias or a fade bias. So we start to see our swings going a little more right than we need, we can throw that weight down into a draw bias. I use the 5 wood over a 3 wood. I usually tend to see this being used when I'm in the rough, so a little bit more to help me get out of the thicker rough if I do end up going out that way. Then the next club I do have that I will seldom use, but I do have a 2-iron, the Udi. This club is great off the tee. So it's with a graphite shaft, a hazardous smoke, a 90-gram weight to it, so just a little bit heavier in the graphite world for a longer iron. Now we move into the set of clubs. So the set that I have is the brand new P790s. These are the 2019 version here. So looks very similar to the set that came out 2 years ago. And one of the big advantages for this was the face went to a little thinner face on here than last time, so just giving a little bit more of a structure of distance for that. And also then the tungsten weighting went just a little bit lower down to towards the sole of the club. So I have the new milled grind wedges. So this is the TaylorMade milled grind 2 wedge. And again, I have the low bounce version, so this is a 54 low bounce. Again, I tend to be a picker of a golf ball. And then as you can see, the face has a raw finish to it. I have the Spider X, and this one is new this year with the 34 inches in length. And then this one has what's called an S neck to it, so a short neck. And that provides just a little bit of toe hang, as you can see here. So it's not a full face balance putter, but that little S neck creates that little bit of arc for somebody that has putting stroke that goes a little bit in to out for that. And then the nice thing that they did is they actually threw in a KBS tour shaft in there as opposed to a regular basic steel shaft.